Hey guys, it's me. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how I do my extensions. Everyone's been asking me how to do them lately, so here it is. First off, I just need to make new extensions because mine are getting pretty short. Like, the clips are breaking off and they're getting pretty ratty. As you can see, my hair is actually pretty short. It's a mess right now, so please ignore that. Yeah. So, I just use this hair. It's Isis, and then I get the blonde silk. It's 100% human hair. You can get this at pretty much any hair store. If not, you can try Sally's Beauty Salon. They have this just as well. Any brand is fine. And it comes in big strips like this. They're longer, but since I already have made a bunch of extensions before, which are getting pretty old, I only have this much left. So I'm going to replace some of them. So, what you're going to need is the hair, some scissors. I have fabric scissors, they cut better. Some thread and a needle. Preferably try to match your color. Doesn't really matter if it does or doesn't, because you really shouldn't be seeing them anyway for the tracks. And then you're going to want these little clips. You can get them where they sell the hair. They come in little packs like this. It's still a little pricey because they're like 50 cents a pack and you need like 140 of them. So you need like 20 packs of them. It's still like $10 for it. And you're going to need some super glue. This is going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, so I already cut down the one size for the 4-clip one, because you're going to need 1 4-clip, 2 3-clips, 4 2-clips, and 2 1-clips. Complicated. So this is the 4-clip, and this is just one piece. It's like that. And you see how it's like really thin? I don't like that. So what I do is I take my long strip again, and I match it up and make sure that they're the same length. Take my scissors and I cut them down to match this one exactly. So then I have 2 pieces, and that's much thicker except for that little gap right there. Ignore that. You can just brush that out. It's much thicker than it was. So you take that, and you're going to want to take your super glue and glue them together. Now the only thing is with this is there are 2 sides to these. There's this dark brown side, and then there's the light side. You're going to want to glue the dark side down because that's the part you don't want to use in case your tracks do show. It's going to make it more obvious if you see the dark side. And then you're just going to do a strip all the way along. Be careful not to get it on the hair because it does mat in the hair and super glue will not come out of it. And it's just going to make really awkward gaps in the extensions, and it's not going to look right. So be really careful not to do that. And if you do it by accident, try to get it out as fast as possible. And like, just use as much super glue as you need. Go back, fill any gaps you might possibly have. You're making a mess already. Okay, now you want to take your second piece that you got to match it. Not on the blonde side, but on the dark side. And this works for any color hair, so it doesn't have to necessarily be blonde. You want to match them up, gluing myself to the hair, and pinch them together. You might have to do section by section. Now that I think about it, that's what I did last time. Try to make sure all this hair is brushed down too, unlike what I'm doing. See how there's the loops coming up from there? That's going to look bad when you actually get them on. You're just going to cut it, and then it's going to make it even thinner. So try to be very careful with this and carefully glue it along. You might need to use more glue as you go because it does dry quickly. That's okay. Even if you want to do it section by section, first off, like that's perfectly fine too. So you do that. Make sure that's good. You really want to make sure the ends are glued down good. See how it's like that? You want to make sure that's on there. Because if that comes off, you're pretty much just screwed. Okay, so now you have your one piece. Now, there's still loops here of the hair, so you're going to want to take your scissors and carefully snip that off so it looks neater. But you also want to make sure you're not snipping the hair just coming up from it, in case it's like looped up like that. You want to make sure you're not snipping that. Just make sure you only get that. Sorry, I'm a perfectionist, guys. Yeah. I'm brush it out a little bit. It's really nice. It's silky. I forget what color this is, but I know it's like a dirty blonde. It's like a platinum. It's like platinum blonde with like really light brown highlights in it. It was more expensive than the other ones. This was probably about, I don't know, probably about between like 80 and 150 a pack. That's what they usually cost. For the matte colors, it's usually just 80, and for like the highlights and more colors added to it, the more color you add to it, more depth you add to it, highlights, everything, undertones, the more it's going to cost. Worth it though, still less than usual. Okay, so after that, you're going to want to put those down to dry. Okay, next, you're going to want to take your needle and thread, if I can get it, and you're going to take your thread and unroll about, say, that much. Okay? And I know, like, most times people say, like, oh, you did knot the end of your thread when you sew. I never do that. I just knot it with the thread itself, not the thread. That makes no sense. I'll explain when I do it. Thread. Let's see if I can get this in. Try to thread it, attempt. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. I'm watching PewDiePie. If you know who he is, you're awesome. You can automatically be my friend. Okay, so not that. Then you're going, before you even use your thread, you're going to want to take your piece and you're going to want to see where you want to place your tracks. So if I put my piece here, I'm probably going to want to track, you want to put the tracks at the very end, so you want 2 at the ends at least. So 1 there, and say 1 there. And this is a 4 track, so I'll put another one there, and there. Make sure they're spaced out evenly, so it stays better, so you want them like that. Now I can remember that, so I can just do it like that. If you want to start with the 2 ends, then do it how you just put it on, then go for it, bro. But this is just how I do it, because I've done this already. Okay, so for the tracks themselves, this is what they look like, the clips. There are 6 holes, so 3 on each side. I think I only used the 1. Yeah, I did. Okay, here, I'll show you one of my old ones. See, like with this one. This I sewed on, this is actually a really bad example. These are pretty messy. But see how I only used the 1 hole? All you're going to do is loop it around this little band of hair here. It's hard, it's where you had the glue. And you're literally just going to knot it around a few times, knot it, and ooh. And you do it on both of the top ones of each clip. These are getting pretty old. I guess I didn't take care of these well enough. They need to be brushed out, deep conditioned, and then I'll work on those. But in the meantime, I'll make myself some shiny new hair. Okay, so it doesn't matter which side you do this on either, because both sides are blonde. Well, whatever color you choose. This would probably be a lot easier with black hair. Oh, also, you want to get a clip that would probably match your hair more. Like, I have the blonde ones, so I have the light clips. They also have silver, and they have black, and they have brown. I don't know if they have red. You'd probably go best with the brown if you're doing red hair. So you line it. You don't want it on the very edge because it's not going to actually stay. So you need it about there. Okay? Make sure it's, keep it open. Make sure it's open too. So it's not, that's shut. So it curves up like that. But when it's open, it goes like that. Okay. So you're going to take your needle. Sorry, move the faces towards me to do this. And keep it lined up. Make sure it stays there. Hold it. Now, with this, you're going to see, you want to put it in the hole, and then you want to put it underneath the hair where the hardness is. Because it's not going to go through the hard part. It's going to go underneath. You're going to have a little bit of the string still sticking out here. So you don't, because you didn't knot it. So you want to leave that there, and you just want to keep doing that until you're pretty much out of thread. I do this, I make sure I do it at least 5 to 7 times each, just to make sure it's really on there good, because I don't want them breaking off like my other ones did. I'm very rough on my extensions though, more rough than I should be probably, but you know, YOLO, shit happens. Okay, and now you're literally going to take the same piece of thread, and you're just going to bring it over to the second top hole, the same way you just did that one. But you want to make sure this string that before you put it in, it's on top of it, not underneath, on top. So it's going across the top of it, and make sure it doesn't, like that, get caught in the little teeth of the clip. I'm just going to loop it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, so then on the last one, when you want to knot it off, you're going to put it through, and you're going to try to bring your, I don't know if I left enough thread for me to do this, bring your needle around, and you want to hold the loop, and you want to try to put the needle through the loop, and pull that, and it makes its own little knot. And if you could do that a couple times, do it at least, like, try to do it 2 times. It might not have enough thread left. You can manage it somehow. Okay. Then, you're going to hold your thread. And I would hold it at the base here, don't pay attention to it. I hold it like that. And snip it towards your fingers. So you're still holding it. Now, to give you some extra support, hold it down like that, how it's straight down, hold it there, and you actually want to take some more super glue and just put it right on the dot there, right where the hole is, and then a little bit at the top there. And you're going to do the same thing for the other one that you just did. Oh no, I'm running out of super glue. So it actually makes it stay. And put it down a little bit. Put it, you want to super glue from here to here, the second hole, to make sure this one stays. Now, let that dry for a little bit. And if you want, you can snip the little piece of string that you have left, if you have any left. Okay. And there you go. That's how you put the track on the extension. And you're just going to continue that until you have all of them on spaced evenly. And you do the same thing for all the extensions that you make, no matter how many tracks are on each one. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this was helpful. And, yeah, have a good day. Bye.